Hello, everybody. I'm just trying to adjust my camera, turn it around. Okay, good. So, good morning, everybody. Um, I just wanted to just talk to you guys, just about vision, coaching, and success. Understanding, that we have to have a vision in order for us to actually truly make it in business. A lot of times we'll, find ourselves, just kind of lost in business and not really knowing, exactly what it is that we need in business or what it will take to actually be successful in business. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the broadcast. Today I'm going to be talking about vision because vision is something that all business owners have. We always start out with this vision of exactly what we want to do within our company, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes we have to start over and over again. And if you want, you can invite your followers. This is going to be a really good segment today. We're talking about just the process in business and what it takes to actually make it, to actually turn your idea into wealth, turn your idea into money. You know what I mean? So, some of the problems that I find, and a lot of times in my coaching sessions, is that a lot of my clients, they don't have any money saved, to invest in their business. And a lot of times you're going to have these businesses like an up and down cycle, right? You have your ups and you have your downs. The benefit is not to what? You never want to flatline in your business, right? So with that being said, you want to make sure that you're actually saving some of the money that you are making. One of the things that I do is I work to save at least 20% of whatever I make, because I've been in business for 15 years and I understand that there's cycles in business that every business owner has. In the beauty industry, it seemed like every summer, a lot of my clients, they wouldn't come in the salon, or during certain periods of time they wouldn't shop in the boutique. So I had to have enough savings to meet my overhead, because I have an actual physical location boutique. And so there would be times where my clients, maybe they wasn't shopping as much as they would before. So in the really good seasons in my business, I would have to take some of that money and put it away for just in case. Like having an emergency fund is very important when you have a business. I'm going to say that again. Having an emergency fund is very important to having a successful business, okay? Hello, Sonia. Thank you for joining. Another one of the things that I find that a lot of business owners, they don't know how to manage their dry seasons. And it's great to believe that for the rest of your life, or for the existence of your business, you're going to have a lot of success and you're going to make money every day. Yes. But what happens when things slow down? What happens when, I remember when the government shut down, and I think that was last year, or was it this year? Whatever time it was. I noticed that a lot of clients were like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to, come to the store as often because the government shut down. Everyone had this panic, and a lot of them wasn't really saving money. And one of the things for me in my company, I was still okay. I was able to pay all of my utilities in my business. I wasn't late on any of my bills, because I love saving, because saving is what keeps you relevant. Saving is what keeps you in business even when it's not doing so well, okay? How many of you guys know of a real estate agent who was very, very popular, say in the early 90s? or in the early 2000s. But then when they had the market crash, some of those people had to go back to work. Why? Because they didn't prepare for the hard times. Hey, Sonia, shout out, where are you guys from? I want to see where you guys are scoping from. And if this is your first time scoping with Coach Kelly, give me a quick shout out. Let me know who you are and what you do and what are your business goals so that I can actually help you. And so during that time where real estate was at an all-time high, when real estate was at an all-time high, everybody was booming. Everybody had it going on. Everybody was building these humongous homes. And then years later, the market crashed. And what happened? So many people lost their homes, and because people were living above their means. When you're in business, you have to live below your means. You may not want to. And I'm a person I'm a dreamer, so I dream beyond my means, but I don't ever live beyond my means. I don't think if you have a home, you should be under 40% of whatever you're making. You should to be an established and paid motivational speaker. Yes, that's a great goal. And guess what, Maya, you can actually have that. That's something that's tangible. But the thing about it, and I was just going to talk about that, was the process. It's like, okay, what is the process between, having your goal and having your vision? Because oftentimes we see our vision, we see the totality of our vision and little glimpses, but then it's like, how do I get there? One of the things that I would say as a motivational speaker is to practice with your friends. And many of you guys know me personally that's on this scope and know that I'm constantly motivating. I'm constantly coaching my friends. I coach my family. I coach my clients. And so I remember saying and putting it on my vision board that next to Robert Kiyosaki, I put a picture of Robert Kiyosaki, Les Brown, what's the other guy name? John Maxwell, because I wanted to be just like them. I found out that John Maxwell, he was charging somewhere between $100,000 to $200,000 to come and speak somewhere. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, so you mean to tell me like I can actually make money being a motivational speaker? And so I began to research them, and I started following them and following their journey. And so I realized with Les Brown, yes, that's right, you have to put things on your vision board, and it's called vision casting. And if you're not vision casting, you're doing yourself a disservice. In the Bible, it talks about to set a clear vision. It talks about once you write down your vision, make it plain. Make your vision as detailed as possible. I talk about that in all 3 of my books, which they're all on CoachKellieSpeaks.com. CoachKellieSpeaks.com. I'll say that one more time. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm Coach Kelly on every single social media. Every social media platform. And then the process to get there is what? Continue to network. Don't ever think that you're bragging. And I think I say this on every scope. Don't think you're bragging. Don't think that people are tired of hearing from you. Because the thing about it, as motivational speakers, we have to realize that we have value and we have a place in society to help people, to encourage people, to get people going. Because there's so many dreams. Just imagine on your deathbed if all of your dreams and all of your visions came to visit you before you died. How many of you guys would say that, those visions and those dreams that would come and visit me, would they be actually done? Have you actually tapped into your true potential? And I know so many individuals who are living at the lowest level of their potential. They go to work, they come home, they get their kids ready, and they go to sleep. And the next day, they do it again. And the next day, they do it again. They do the same thing over and over again with no change. They don't change. Okay, one thing I was going to say, thinking about not changing, I want you guys to take any of the ideas that you've written down, like go and get a journal from maybe 2010, and I want you to recycle those ideas, because everything we need to go to the next level, we already possess, okay? We are the greatness that we seek. We are the answers to our own destiny. And sometimes we have to sit down and recycle some of the old ideas that we've had. Okay, so with it's a book that I'm working on now. If you guys don't know, I do declarations every day. I post declarations. So I am now I'm almost done. Like, I was writing last night, and I want to write a book where it's specifically talking about just commanding your day. Like, really being intentional about how you speak out of your mouth, being intentional about your confessions, your affirmations, creating affirmation corners where you actually have a space in your house that's dedicated to just your vision. Because if you don't have a place now to actually just post pictures, and you don't have a place where you have a desk, where you have free space to work, create it. Because when you go into multi-million-dollar homes, the first thing you see when you go in, you walk in the door, most of the time you have this huge foyer, and on the right or on your left, there's generally an office. There's a home office. There's a place in your home where you can come and work, where you can sit down, vision cast, focus on your goals, plan out your future. And when I say plan out your future, a lot of people don't believe that they have that power, because some people think that successful people are just randomly selected like the lotto. Like, okay, well, this person is born to be successful. This person is not. This person. No, you can create your destiny by the words of your mouth. I'm going to say that again. You can create your destiny by the words of your mouth. You have a powerful gift. The gift of what? Speak. So use your gift. Speak out of your mouth the things that you want to see manifested in your life. The only way your dreams, your purpose, your gifts, your calling is going to manifest is if you open up your mouth and speak it into existence. You have a power on the inside of you that no one else can do. You speak over your life. Command blessings over your life, okay? Cultivate your ideas. Refurbish your ideas from the past, and keep the promise in front of you. One thing I do is before I started making six figures, I wrote myself a mock check. Yes, I wrote myself a check. I wrote myself a check for $100,000, and I posted on my closet door next to my BMW that I wanted. And I remember every day I would get out of my Honda, and I would, go to my vision. And at the time, I had a small place. You know what I mean? This is before I purchased the house that I live in now. I had a very small space. And I had the picture of the house that I live in right now on my closet door, next to my check, my mock check that I wrote for $100,000. Right next to the BMW. And I wasn't married or anything like that. I had a picture of a brown-skinned guy, tall, dark, handsome. I had all of this stuff. And to this day, I still can't believe that my very first vision board that I wrote when I was 18 years old, I am living in a manifested dream. I am living in my manifested words. Where I am now in my life, I can't even believe it sometimes. I'm literally and I was a full-time hairstylist at the time, meaning I worked 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. Now I still love the salon. I don't think I'll ever leave. I'm saying that now. But because it's my passion, it's my dream, I love it. I love the fact that I can meet women, help to be a part of the change in their life, okay? I'm trying to keep my camera together. It's all over the place, but I love motivating people. I love encouraging people to go to the next level. And one of the things I wanted to say is that I want you to know that you will win. You're going to win. Point blank, period. Watch your words, because every time you speak something negative, it's like you are putting negative poison into the universe. Be very cognizant of the things that you say. When you say somebody's getting on your nerves, when you say that, if it's not one thing, it's another. No, change your words. And We Can't Survive, I was watching their scope on yesterday, and she used a really great analogy. And, she says, change your perspective. Change the concept of the way you think. Change it. It's a matter of just changing your words just a little bit. Okay, you know what? I don't have any money in my bank account. Don't say that. Don't say I'm broke. Don't say anything. If someone asks you for money, say, I'll give it to you another time. That's right, perception and vocabulary. Yes, that was awesome that you said that. It's your perception. It's how you view things. I remember I was talking to one of my friends, and now she's debt free. And I remember when she called me and she said she had got laid off. And I was like, oh, wow. Do you see what I see? And she was just like, what are you talking about? I said, I see a big O on the top of your head. And she was like, a big O? I said, a big O of opportunity. Okay, you lost your job, but guess what? Every time I talk to you on the phone, you would say, oh, this job, if I didn't have this job, I would be doing this. If I didn't have this job, I would be doing that. Now, you have your opportunity. You have this giant door of opportunity that's now knocking. So what are you going to do now? And one of the things I say, what is your next? What are you going to do next? Okay, now you know my next. My next is publishing my 4th book, and I'm going to be talking about setting declarations. It's a vocabulary book. How millionaires think. How millionaires speak. In my visionary book that I just published, I talk about how millionaires live. The average millionaire does not live in a mansion. Okay, I just wanted to say that. The average millionaire drives a Toyota Corolla. So you have to have a clear perspective and a clear goal as to what you're going to do when you get that money. What are you going to do? I have just been approached by an investor who wants to invest in me as a business owner. And I'm so excited about it. And one of the things she said to me, she says, okay, Kelly, what are you going to do with the money I'm getting ready to give you? Because I have been praying and believing God that there's going to be checks coming in my mail. There's going to be all kinds of money just flooding in my life. From the north, the south, the east, and the west. Supernatural debt cancellation. Like, I'm believing that my house is going to be paid off by the end of this year. That's my declaration. My declaration is that new contracts and new ideas and new concepts, they're going to magnetize. They're going to be magnetized to me. One of the things that I confess every day is I'm a money magnet. Change your confessions. When you look in the mirror, say, hey, money magnet. When you walk in your house, say, hey, house of peace. When you're around your kids, say, hey, delivered. You have to change your perception, change your vocabulary, and in the end, it will change your results. And a lot of times, we get around negative people. And you're excited about your idea, and you go to, say, your relative, or you go to your BFF or someone, and you say, you know what, I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to pursue my passion full time. Chances are, they're going to say, really? Oh, okay. And a lot of times, they may not give you the excitement that you're looking for. But guess what? You have to move on. You're going to have to surround yourself with winners. You're going to have to surround yourself with people of purpose. You're going to have to surround yourself with people that's not going to allow you to have a pity party. You're going to have to surround yourself with people that's going to say, okay, grab your tissue and keep going. You're going to be surprised that as you begin to move into your destiny, move into your purpose, there are going to be naysayers attached to your life. But you're going to have to take out a fly swatter and smack them and move on. You're going to have to be a master of understanding. One of my friends, she says, I have the gift of goodbye. And when she said that to me, I was floored, because I was like, wow, I never called on the gift of goodbye. Because sometimes you're going to have to say bye. You're going to have to be able to know when it's time to move on from relationships, and not be afraid to say goodbye to folks that don't have your answer. My pastor say, get around people who have your answer and get away from those who have your problems. Thank you for the heart. I really appreciate it. It's very encouraging. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to drop the people that's assigned to your life. And guess what? With every level that comes, there is a different attack that comes on your life. Okay? Right now in my life, I have just kind of been like moving and shaking. I've been moving and shaking in my life. Moving and shaking. Moving and shaking. Moving into a new place, shaking off the bag. Moving in a new place, shaking off the bag. So I call myself right now, I'm moving and shaking. Because anything that has attached itself to me that's negative, that's poison, that's toxic, I'm shaking it off. Why? Because there's a greater destiny on the inside of me. So on every scope, I talk about social media, and I want to just give you guys some tips on social media. If you have any questions or anything about social media, you know, anything like that, or business, or any issues that you may be having in your business, you can also put it on the scope, because I want to hear from you guys, and I want to be able to help you. A part of my coaching program that I have is on Coach Kelly Speaks, and I have a program that's $29, and I can actually help you with social media ad campaigns and things like that, okay? So I feel like I'm kind of okay. I was looking down at my notes, okay, but I'm trying to keep my camera from being so shaky. But one thing about social media is, I always say, is to be intentional about what you're doing. Always post your contact information, because it's very important that your viewers or your friends or your followers know exactly how to contact you, how they can purchase your goods and services. And don't be afraid, and don't feel like you're over posting. I don't believe that there's a such thing as posting too much, because I believe that, you know, someone may go on there, you know, one moment, the next day they may not be on there. So be very intentional about what you're posting on your Instagram page and your Facebook page, because you don't want to lose your audience. You want people to know exactly what it is you're trying to do, okay? Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was having personal goals and setting your personal goals. It's nothing wrong with having business goals, but you want to be intentional even in your personal goals. So if a personal goal is to lose, say one of your personal goals is to lose a few pounds, write down, have a picture even on your vision board, your actual weight. Like if you have a goal weight, or if you have a personal goal, like I want to save $10,000 or something like that. One of the things that I would do is I would have a shopping fund, because I like shopping, right? So every April, that will be my splurge month. And so me and another stylist at the time, we had this box that we would put money in, you know, every week. We'll be like, okay, well, how much you putting into your shopping? And we will match each other, okay? And so I remember I wanted to buy a Chanel bag, and that was like my goal. Like, oh, by the end of the year or this April, I'm gonna buy me a Chanel bag. So I went and saw how much my Chanel bag was gonna be, and I started putting $100 up, you know, every 2 weeks, $100, $100, $100, $100. And I remember going to the store and buying it, because it was something that I wanted. It was a personal goal. I knew at the time I didn't have it all in my checking, but I knew that if I would just take a little bit at a time, I could reach my personal goal. And yes, that was my personal goal at that time, and I wasn't ashamed to say, you know what, I saved up for this. But when I went to the store and I purchased it, I was very excited, because it was something that I did, and it was something that I was able to sacrifice. Yes, I may have done your hair before. That's awesome. Hi, Sonia. It's so great to see you. In the beauty industry, I have met so many amazing ladies and styled so many phenomenal women. So I could have styled your hair at some point in my career. So it's so awesome that you're scoping with me on today. And so I wanted to just say that trust your instincts. And don't be afraid to don't be afraid to trust that, because that's what something that Nikki Giovanni always says, is that you trust your instincts. And when you begin to trust in your instincts, you step into new levels of greatness. Okay? And so I want to just leave you with affirmation, and this is something that I do every day. I set my declaration, so I just decree and declare that this year is the most phenomenal year of your life. I decree and declare that you will upgrade your circle, that you will step into a new level of greatness, that you'll step into new levels and dimensions of territory, that your territory will expand, that every toxic relationship that's in your life, it shall be null and void, that you'll enter into new and productive relationships. I thank you that, I just wanted to just declare to you that there will be checks in your mail, that there will be supernatural debt cancellation on your behalf. So I just wanted to end with a declaration. Change your thinking. We always win. Log on to my website, www.coachkellyspeaks. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, everything, all the social media at Coach Kellie Speaks. Bye.